has had a little bit of difficulty letting go of your energy or holding back from wanting to know what's going on in your life. This is a person who is keeping a very close watch on your social media. Maybe they don't have any like acquaintances in common. Maybe you've blocked them on, text message. But this is someone who has found a way to still be able to have access to at least a little bit, like a slice of what's going on in your life. And that's something that they've been a bit obsessive with. This is also encouraging you to practice forgiveness because part of this chapter closing, it could be tied to you being able to let go of it and not provoke anything or prolong any interactions, that kind of thing. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box, as is more information on how to become a member and how to find my candles on Etsy. We're going to start off with the Marigold Tarot. Let's see what we've got. Why is this person stalking someone? Because they feel bad and know that you've probably decided to move on. They feel regretful over how they treated you. They feel like stuck. The Hanged Man. There's 2 or 3 different ways they could go about this. And they can't seem to decide, is this one of those times where I just need to let go of my pride and address this honestly, or can I get over this? All right, so they want to know whether or not you're still mad at them, basically. If I come back around and I want to fix things, are you going to be responsive to that? Are you going to be open to that? Because it's like they're saying, I'll make the effort. I know you're not going to reach out to me, but if I reach out, are you going to be a jerk about it? Basically. What else? Wheel of Fortune, 6 of Rings or 6 of Pentacles, and the 7 of Wands. Yeah, this feels like you've looked at this as you've grown or you've learned something valuable from this interaction, but you also feel like I did what I needed to do and now I'm headed in a different direction. Hey Lee, how's it going? Thank you for the tip. Yes, of course. Hello Matt, hello Santiago, hello Peter, how are we doing? No social media, that's a good way to go about it. I'm pretty light on it myself. This is the big social media for me. What else do we have? The Sun and the 9 of Swords in the reverse with the 2 of Swords in the reverse. So what has been kind of freeing or happy for you to experience this aftermath of a relationship has been kind of torturous for this other person. They've felt like they pace back and forth. They obsess over questions. They try to figure out details. They try to guess at how you view them or what you're mad about or how long do you stay mad about these things. What kind of thing do I need to say for you to not be mad at me? Hello, Charlebite, what's up? Do you also go to Captain D's for lunch? That would be my guess. Hello, Abdul, how are you doing? So we have the Knight of Swords. I think this is someone who's trying to figure out, if I were to say something, if I get the opportunity, if I send you an email or if I send you a text message, if I send you a DM, or maybe you even answer the phone. What am I going to say to make sure that you actually keep talking to me? This is the Earth and Bone Oracle. Hello, Scammy. How are you doing? Thank you for the upvote. I appreciate it. It's going well, thank you. It's nice because it's nicer weather lately. Hence the tank top. Portal number 39. Originality, idealism, progression, opening, and accessing. This is someone who feels like they have gotten access to your social media, maybe even if you don't think that they do. But I think this is a clear reference to online activities with the portal. And I'm trying to get information or figure out, maybe it's kind of like a little puzzle and I'm putting all the little pieces on the bulletin board to try and draw a conclusion. Are you single? Are you not? Do you hate me? Do you like me? But this is someone who's not getting enough sleep. Exhaustion, lack of energy, questioning motivations, and realignment. I don't know how you feel. I don't know where you're at. I don't know if you're dating someone new, but I want to know where we stand. I want to know if there's something we can do to fix this. Hello, Mr. Sir, what's up? And we also have flow, number 21, recovery, moving on, and finding peace. So they're stuck in this questioning energy, and you seem to be moving on. This is why they're obsessed with it. They're like, how is this so easy for you if it's not easy for me? Why aren't you obsessing over it too? Why aren't you wondering what I'm up to? Aren't you worried about whether or not I'm dating someone new? And you're over here like, sorry, what? Wait, what did you ask? Because you're already focused on other things, right? Hey, Mina. If you are saying this is fake, I would just encourage you to go to a channel where you can find some content you do like. I don't mind timing you out, but I'd rather just wish you to have a nice day. No yelling, huh, Moon? Too classy? We've got the Two of Wands, the Ten of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, I think this is someone who tries to figure out what's going on with a person that they betrayed, someone that they didn't invest in as much as they should have. Now they're trying to leverage this information, even though it might be a little bit thin. It doesn't really give a ton of context, but it helps them to still kind of feel like they're a little bit connected to you. I don't know if that sentence is missing a word, but you mean gives you strength? We have the King of Wands in the reverse. They feel like you're the King of Wands in the reverse. It doesn't matter what your gender is. This is talking about you being angry. They're like, how long do I have to wait until you're no longer mad? How long do I have to wait until like you're ready to like listen to me or talk to me? Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Swords in the reverse, and the Seven of Swords. Yeah. I think this is someone who has been secretive with you in the past, but is also trying to like lurk on your social media. So probably not liking pictures or watching your story or commenting on your videos. This would be more likely somebody who's trying to consume whatever content they can that is not like immediately tracked to their account. And it's just like, I'm trying to figure out whether or not it's time for me to come have a conversation with you, or if you've started with someone else. Are you still really mad? Excellent question, Matt. Hello, Jessica. How are you doing? Ace of Swords. Strength. See, I think you know that it's best to limit what you put on social media. Some of you may put a lot out there and you're lowering that amount, or you're spending less time on your phone. Some of you might just be experiencing a little bit more peace in your life because you are not talking to this person. You don't want them to have access to you. Are we going to find out who this, like how they have access to the social media? Yes. I feel like there's a situation where they can't help themselves and they accidentally like something. They feel like it's a message directly from you to them and they're like, "Aw," and they mess up. Or they type up a message and accidentally hit send when they were really just kind of imagining, right? King of Pentacles. Judgment. Yeah, this is like trying to maintain that peace, trying to maintain, you know, you don't want drama. You want to be able to prioritize the right things in your life, build your financial security, or work on your professional goals. This is someone who's convinced that you're dating someone new. And if you're dating someone new, they're like, well, I need to figure out who this is. And then I also need to figure out how to mess with it. I need to make sure that you're not in a relationship with someone new. This is very obsessive energy, which, you know, not a shocker considering we started with the card that says stalker. All right, this is the situations deck. Hello, Laughlin. How are you doing? Hello, Michael. Let's be respectful of people's beliefs in the live chat, please. It goes always, right? Lockbox. Closed in, trapped, frustrated. History. Past happened. Yeah, I know I did you wrong. Yeah, I know I lied to you. Or yeah, I know I wasn't really a good friend. Whatever the connection is, they did you wrong, okay? They betrayed you somehow. They shared your secret. They cheated on you. They lied to you about what they did. There's something here that I feel you are confident is justification for not talking to this person or ending the connection that you had with them. Nice to see you again as well, Laughlin. All right, it sounds like we're trying to be respectful. So that's good. We've got offer on the table and children, young, childhood, playful. So I do think that this is someone who is assuming that you are connecting with somebody in a more flirtatious or like physical way. And it's an innocent connection. So this would be like if your old coworkers in town and they invite you out. This would be like if your sister's cousin is in town and you got along real well, so you're hanging out. There's something here where it's just like, it's not at all a romantic connection. It's not an event where you're like trying to mac on someone. This is like just an everyday like, hey, let's have coffee. And this person's freaking out about it. There's some little like you in a picture or some sort of post, or they actually see you in person, but they assume that you're dating this person, and I feel like you're not. Commitment, long-term relationship, alien, telepathic, dreams, songs. So they're trusting their intuition that you're in a relationship, and like going through all of your social media posts, trying to see if they can find confirmation that you are in fact dating someone new. But I feel like this is just like an obsession. I feel like they're just like desperate to validate what they have assumed about you. Hello, James. How are you doing? Love Lord Observer. Accurate. Hello, Gnostic. How are you doing? We've got family, blood ties, inner circle, and divine masculine. This is what I'm saying. Remember I said it's like you're meeting up with someone that's not a romantic person. Someone who's in your inner circle. Maybe it's, you know, someone in your family is getting married, and so you're planning like a wedding shower. And so you need to meet with like the father of the bride, or you need to meet with, you know, your sibling's husband. Whatever it is, it's like, oh, you're meeting someone new? So why are you dating them? How could you move on so quickly and all of a sudden you're in a relationship? They're reading it wrong. Yeah, it's just a meeting. It's not a romantic meeting. But they're reading it wrong. They're assuming that there's love here because it's toxic, right? It's a little bit jealous. Definitely concerned about the fact that you're okay with moving on. Concerned about the fact that you're still smiling, you're laughing, you're having a good time, being social, wondering who, you know, is about to express their interest in you. But they're like assuming the romantic interest or the, you know, physical intimacy motivation is at the core of every interaction you have, because they are obsessive, because they are jealous, and they don't think that they're going to be able to necessarily get your attention anymore. So let's get a few from the romantic Lenormand. Why are you guys talking about lamb chops? It's not fair. Sounds delicious. Roasted vegetables. Okay, okay. I like it. Do you do applesauce with the pork chops? Oh, you did that. You added on the end. All right, so we've got letter number 27. I'm trying to see what they have written on the paper behind it. And it looks like it might be in Latin. I feel like this is saying something about the arrival of a message, which makes sense because it says letter. So this is someone who's going to communicate with you because they're too dang curious. They just can't help it. They need to know the answer, and they feel like they have access to kind of solve the mystery. But the problem is it's like they can't see things as they really are. They're too prone to jumping to conclusions. It doesn't say join? Are you on the desktop version or the live? If anyone else is looking at the video the same way that Laughlin is and you do see a join, will you let Laughlin know? Otherwise, Laughlin, you should be able to click on my channel page. I would assume it's there somewhere. It's weird for me because I have, of course, a different setup when I'm looking at the page. We've got birds, number 12. This is about communication. I think they're going to say, hey, I just, you know, needed to know, are you totally moved on? Is there any hope for us to reconcile? Maybe that's just as simple as they're going to keep it. Just, you know, like, hey, how you been? Is it really over? I just need to know. Dinner and a movie. Enjoy the big city. Ooh. Wow, okay, so we have pleasure seekers, surprise, faithfulness, Gift and waiting. So this is someone who, because there are people who maybe are interested in you, or because maybe this admirer of yours has had experience with people being a bit, I don't know, not selective. They're expecting that if someone's interested in you, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, cool. You're interested in me. That's great. I have a very low requirement for whether or not I'm excited about that. They're surprised to find out that you've been faithful or that you have not been dating. They view it as faithful to them, but I don't think you would view it that way. You'd be like, or I've just been like focusing on my stuff. What do you mean faithful to you? Because I don't think you're in a connection with this person. I think you have them blocked, or I think you've made it clear that you are moving forward. And they're like, aw, you're so sweet. You haven't like found anybody else. You know you're mine. No, you're waiting for the right kind of connection and not making it a priority. If it happens, it happens. And this person's over here like, so did you get married? They're like assuming you're in this commitment with someone else. They find out that you haven't been seeing anyone. And they're like, oh, that's so sweet. So like basically you want to get back together with me, right? No. Sometimes it's okay to just focus on yourself or your healing, right? Oh, welcome to the Chariots, Laughlin. I hope you enjoy the shorts. Yeah, I don't blame. I hate driving in. Sorry guys. I love Chicago for a lot of reasons, most of them being related to food or family. But driving around Chicago, I used to go there for work, and I would avoid driving as much as I could. Oh, I'm so glad. Yay. All right, so this person is like, clearly you still love me. Clearly you love me in the first place. Doesn't mean you have to have been in a relationship with this person, but they feel like you're saving yourself for them, and you're like, no, I don't think so. We have fortune, despair. Okay, so they go very quickly from like ecstatic, very happy, like, oh, you shouldn't have. That's great. I can't believe that you have chosen me like that. You don't, like, you're not interested in anybody else, to despair because you tell them, no, it's just like, I'm not focused on that. I'm not interested in that. They feel like it should have been because you're waiting for them. I don't know, you guys. This person's not necessarily taking in the information that you are sending their way. This is the Path of Shadows. Yeah, Matt, you know that just makes me think of Shania Twain, right? All right, what else do we have? Necromancer. Amidst the whispers of the dead, where mysteries are spread, what should have been gone still here remains. So you've already accepted the ending with this. Maybe you went on a date. Maybe you were just talking on a dating app. Maybe you really did date this person. But I feel like you look at it as, I communicated that I wasn't interested, or that wasn't going to be working out for me, and I'm moving forward. Why is this person struggling to like let go? Sorry, I always have to say this word weird, okay? Starry observatory. That wasn't quite right. Hold on, one more time. Observatory. Observatory. See, it's so much less fun that way. A little piece in a cosmic puzzle. Universe only reveals its secret if you dare to dance in the starry dazzle. Yeah, I feel like whoever I'm reading for, you've decided to move forward because you know what you're looking for, and you also know what you're not interested in. If that's not the connection for you, or if you can't trust that person, you're okay with cutting your losses and moving on. I don't feel like you take, months and months to get over people. I also feel like you're kind of slow to get attached in the first place because you do want to be more selective. This seems to be someone who like latched onto you really quickly, kind of got obsessed, and now it's like, well, how are you not obsessed with me though? Like, I'm so awesome. Thank you for subscribing. Did you say it? I hope you're having a good day. We have Nymph. In this mundane world, now I roam. Inside this concrete jungle, where is my home? So they don't know a lot about themselves. They don't necessarily come across as authentic to you because they're still trying to figure out some of the things that maybe you figured out a while ago. I do feel this is someone who's a little bit of a chameleon that might help them in their efforts to be a stalker. But I don't know that they have like a defined look or understanding of themselves. And in part, that made it difficult for you to feel like this was a connection that you should like invest in, right? Cursed Castle. A tower of shadows, crumbling stone, once a golden cage that now shines no more. This feels to me like somebody who likes to talk about things that they used to do or talk about people that they're connected to. You were looking for substance and you didn't really find much with this person. It seems like maybe their goals are a little bit superficial, or maybe they don't even really have them, right? All right, this is the Tarot of the Cat, people. Let's see what else we've got. Hello, Get Out. How are you doing? What else? We have the Fool and the Six of Wands with the Magician. So someone views you as having kind of like had a glow up, or just being in that energy of everything is going well or things are falling into place. They see you as very capable, and they also feel like that means there's other people that are interested in you. So I feel like this is someone who would struggle to trust you to begin with, because they apparently view it as like they don't really deserve you. I don't know if that's based just on the fact that you rejected them or distanced yourself from this connection, or if they feel like there's something inherently like different between the two of you. We've got the Seven of Pentacles. It's like they're watching you invest in all the right things. You're not getting caught up on toxic friendships. You're not getting invested in relationships that aren't for you. But again, they mistake that as like, oh, you're saving that spot for me. You know that I'm the right one for you. And I don't think you look at it like that at all. Two of Pentacles in the reverse. To be honest, it just seems to me like this is someone who is not looking at the situation clearly. This could even be somebody who's thinking about you while they're intoxicated. So they don't really consider the facts in a logical way, right? Hello, Doreen. How are you doing? So the Eight of Cups, you're walking away. They're expecting you to look over your shoulder and see what else is going on, or come back around and say, just kidding. I really do want to be with you. So they're going to communicate, and it might be kind of confusing to you because I feel like they're going to seem confident in a way that doesn't really make sense to you. Like, you should know that I'm not interested, or I feel like you, like based on the last conversation we had, you knew I was moving forward, right? Hello, Adam. How are you doing? Queen of Cups. And the Four of Swords. So yeah, you're just taking time for yourself. I feel like this Queen of Cups is your energy as well. It doesn't mean that you have to be a woman. This is just talking about the fact that you know what your standards are, or you know what you're willing to tolerate in a relationship. And if this person wasn't willing to treat you the way you deserve to be treated, you've chosen to just hang out by yourself. Does that mean you have no friends? No. This is saying they expect you to like partner up real quick, like since you didn't, you're saving yourself for me, right? Adam, I do the personal questions after the general reading with preference to those who tip or donate. Let's just grab a few more from this one. 9 of Swords in the reverse. And the 5 of Cups in the reverse. This is someone who feels like if I don't communicate with you that, you know, I still feel like there's a way for this to work, then I know I'll regret it. But the thing is, you've already looked at this as like closed case. There's nothing else to review here. You've already made up your mind. You're not interested in this person. This is the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot. What else do we have? What else? Death and the Ace of Wands. 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is over for you. You're focused on new ventures, or you're, you know, busy with a project, worried about a deadline. You're keeping things balanced. There's less toxicity or drama in your life. So with the Hierophant in the reverse, this is confirming like you're not looking for that, or that's not your priority. They're worried that it has been, because they want you to feel like they're the one. Maybe you need to be more clear with this person that you're not interested, because they seem to be a little bit like missing the point here, like not in touch with the reality that, because I feel like you did communicate this. I feel like you told this person like, sorry, not a thing. And they're over here like, stop, you're being so silly. Nope, I'm telling you how it is, right? Actually, I think what I want is, I'm going to go with the Burning Heart Love Oracle. And then we got to hop to personal questions. All right. What else do we need to know about the stalker? I ran because I wasn't ready for you. I mean, they were a big red flag to you because you figured out that they weren't really commitment material, or that they weren't communicating with you honestly. You deserve better than them. Again, they seem to be convinced that you are dating someone else and you aren't. We're meant to be together. I will wait as long as it takes for a shot with you. They feel like inevitably you'll come back around, or you'll change your mind about this person, or you'll see that the two of you are soulmates. I really do care, even though I don't show it. I feel like this is how they think you are. They feel like you're just playing coy, or you don't show how you feel, but the reality is that you want to be with them, or you want to find some way to make it work. I want to make you happy. I miss your smile. And you tame my demons. Well, I think they probably need to have a little bit of, I don't know, a little bit of a reality check. They're not really reading the room. They're not taking into consideration what you've told them, but hopefully that can change. Let's go with the Pulp Tarot for Lee. Hello, Key Controller. How you doing? Yeah, I think they've been slacking this week, to be honest. All right, what do we have for Lee, please? Nine of Pentacles, 2 of Cups, King of Cups, 9 of Cups. You got someone looking at you. You got someone admiring you. They see you as this 9 of Pentacles, very capable. Like, you figure it out. You roll up your sleeves and you get it done. So this is very possibly a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio with all of this heavy water energy. especially considering this is you, right? So their energy is like, oh, look at you. You look so good. You get stuff done. You're like boss quality. Like they just, Nine of Cups. There's something about you that this person feels is like the right combo. Does Lee know who this is? I think you know who this is. Or you're about to. Hermit in the reverse. This is somebody who's lonely. Why the Five of Swords, though? Do they have a habit of sabotaging relationships? Yes, they do. Huh. Okay, so this is somebody who sees you as like a great, like you could be a great partner. But this is also someone who has a tendency to like mess things up. So I want to tell you what I feel. I want to be like, you know, able to take you out. But if things get serious, then sometimes I mess it up. Sometimes I fumble it, right? Oh, I hope that improves for you, Key Controller. So Lee, we've got the Page of Swords. This is somebody who's thinking about telling you that they have a crush on you. Is this person at a distance from Lee? This is someone who may not be in the same city or may not be in the same town. And they're definitely fighting a little bit of a battle right now. I feel like you're a little bit of an inspiration. So this could be someone who's also going through some family struggles or trying to understand, you know, why someone continues to be messed up with the legal system. And this is someone who feels like you exhibit patience, that you defend what's important to you. So I do think admiration is pretty high. So yeah, you might hear from this person. They might be trying to figure out if they have a chance. I mean, it's like a flicker, right? But you haven't started the fire yet. All right. James, would you like me to pull some cards for you? Oh, well, hopefully you're doing a little bit less of the troublemaking now, Get Out. Yeah, I think kindness goes a long way. All right. I don't know if James wants a few cards pulled. All right. We'll just go for a random last message tied to that general meeting or reading and see what else you might need to know about that stalker. Four of Pentacles in the reverse. 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. And the Knight of Pentacles. I do feel like this is something that this person plans to do for a while. I think they try to work up the courage to talk to you, and when they don't feel like they actually do have that, then they kind of chicken out and they're like, oh, okay, I guess I should do something different. Oh, yeah, I've met you, James. You've like tipped in the comments of videos before. So I feel like it's, I don't know, generosity for generosity. Hello, Tommy. How are you doing today? So 8 of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, when this person communicates with you, assuming that they will, it does look like they will, you have to be crystal clear with them. There can be no like frosting. You don't have to be a jerk about it, but you do have to be very clear. This doesn't seem to be a match. There's no chemistry, or, you know, I'm moving, so I just don't feel like it would be a good idea for me to get invested in a relationship, right? Just needs to be a little bit more clear with regards to that communication. Hello, Michelle. How are you doing? So we have the 3 of Cups and the 8 of Swords in the reverse. This is going to be important for you later on in your experience or later on in your year, because there could be this obsessive person causing an issue for you when you do meet someone that you would like to be in a relationship with. So just, you know, want to make sure that you don't have any unnecessary complications there. Hey, Marcus. Yes, although I'll say in general, I kind of struggle with what day of the week it is since, you know, I work every day. Ooh, you help save Scummy. All right, I'm going to pull a few cards for James. What do we have for James? Wow, that Nine of Swords was trying to go in the reverse. So I feel like something's about to get better for you, James. Something that may have been causing some anxiety ends up being a lot less stressful. We also have the Wheel of Fortune. So something is better than you expected. Initially, you look at it and you're like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? And then you look at it again and you're like, feeling more calm. Like, okay, you know what? I think we can handle this. I think this is doable. We have the World and the Two of Wands. So this is like, you know, this didn't happen the way I wanted it to, but I feel like I can still fix it. You know, oops, I'm painting the trim and I accidentally messed up the other paint. It's okay. You can just like paint over that, right? There's something here where it's like, don't fret, don't let it get too anxiety driven, right? Because you've got this. You're coming through as the Emperor. James, you didn't have to do that. Thank you. Oh, I understand that, Laughlin. So James is asking, will I visit Los Angeles in the coming week? Yes, I do believe you're going to visit. There's going to be someone who's nicer to you than you expected, even if it's a stranger. It's like, initially I tell you to go away, and then I come back around and I'm like, okay, come on in. Or I can't hang out, and then just kidding, I was able to rearrange this. There's something that gets improved upon. But yeah, it looks like a pretty good week for you. And thank you for tipping, even though I was trying to give you a freebie. That's very kind of you. Hello, LRW. I am not, but I think it's also really rude that you think that's what you should be popping into people's live chat and asking. So I would encourage you to be a little bit more respectful of people in general. Nine of Cups and Nine of Pentacles. I'm telling you, James, this is going to be a good week for you. So positive thinking, make it even better than what I see here, okay? That's your homework. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. And I will see you on the next reading. Toodles.